Good evening. Welcome, Del Mar College Air Conditioning Applied Technology Program. My name is Paul Creasy. I'm an instructor here for the program as well as the coordinator for our building maintenance program. We are an education program here that we teach and help students and individuals of all ages, shapes, styles, and understandings to get to know what an air conditioning system is and help to prepare them for a career as an air conditioning technician. And we've got spring registration just underway. My team will be out here over the next few days. We'll get some more information on that as we go along. I just wanted to kind of give you guys some information about what air conditioning is, how it can benefit you, and what we here at Del Mar College and the air conditioning program can do with you to help you get the education and get a career in air conditioning systems. So, what is air conditioning? Air conditioning is the process of taking heat from a place where it is not wanted and moving it, rejecting it to a place where it makes little or no difference. So, how does that work? Well, in our homes, our air conditioning system absorbs the heat that is inside the home and then rejects it outdoors. And we continuously do that depending on what temperature we want it to be inside of our homes. Businesses as well do the same thing for standard comfort, but there's a lot more to the system, right? There's some science that goes behind it. And we'll understand and we dive into the science here at Del Mar College at the air conditioning program. And we take a look at seeing how the system works, what exactly you need to understand to be able to work on, install, service, and maintain these air conditioning systems. Different types of systems that we have around are for the residential homes, for the commercial properties, for what's called comfort cooling, right? It's considered a high temperature system where we actually maintain a room space to be comfortable based upon our living situation, what temperatures we want it to be. Then we go into the some of the lower temperature stuff. If we think about the grocery stores or the convenience stores where they have the reach-in coolers, where they have the produce sections, where you have your refrigerator in your own home, right? So we have residential appliances, we have commercial appliances, right? Where we go to a lower temperature, normally around 40-degree range, to maintain the quality and the freshness of the products that we're dealing with. Then we can actually go into even lower temperature and go below freezing, where we can freeze the things such as the ice creams and the dairy, not the dairy products, the frozen food products, right? Anything that needs to be below freezing. That's what the lower temperatures do. And the science behind it is very similar in all the different systems based upon the temperature. I like to use the theory that no matter how small or how large the system is, they work in the similar concept. It's just the size of the wrench. And so some of those things that we look at here at the air conditioning technology program is the sciences behind it, how we can help you to become the service technician you want to be and help you get the career that you would be looking for. And so originally, before the refrigeration and air conditioning processes were put out in the modern world the way we see them today, is we used to go to the northern climates and, well, take the ice out of the lakes, take it down, store it, ship it, move it around, and use that to keep our food fresh. All right. Well, in 1823, Michael Faraday discovered that certain gases under certain pressures will condense when they cool. And so then in 1834, an American named Jacob Perkins actually developed the closed refrigeration system that we similar to what we see today, right? We used either an ether as a refrigerant, and then we had the hand operated compressors and water cooled condensers. And so we took those systems and we were able to continue to modernize them to the technologies that we have. Well, those technologies are ever changing. And so we have constant we have we have electrical motors, we have pumps, we have fans, we have compressors. And then we have constant energy efficiency changes as we change the way we utilize the power, as we change the way the system operates. You may have heard of the term of a heat pump. Well, the Department of Energy has come out that says in order to maintain temperature and not over maximize our grids, we're going to start going to the heat pump systems. There's lots of new changes that came out just 5 days ago on January 1st that we are working with our students and the technicians that have gone through the program, our alumni, to keep them up to date and informed about all of these changes that we're seeing in the industry. And that's why I would tell you stay tuned. Make sure you check us out on Facebook or our YouTube page, because we're going to be starting to put out some more videos to help inform our alumni, our potential students, and even the general public about some of these changes that are coming out. The Del Mar air conditioning program goes through and we offer multiple certificates. We have a level 1 certificate, a level 2 certificate, and also the associates in applied science degree. And we'll take a look at some of those here in just a few minutes and see how you can, or how we can together work to get you the education you need and to help you find the job you're looking for in the air conditioning industry. So when we look at it at our home, right, the standard heating and air conditioning systems control temperature, they control the humidity, as well as the air quality, right? There's many things that we've all heard about. Air quality is a huge factor. Going through and checking the airflow, checking the filtration of the air, checking the how we're cleaning the air with different filters and UV systems that we can do to minimize microbes that are traveling through the air around us. Not just air quality, but we also talk about humidity. We know down here in South Texas, this is a very moist, salt, corrosive environment that we have. Well, we have to keep that moisture out of our homes. And so an air conditioning system provides some humidity control, but sometimes we might need to add in a second dehumidifier system to maintain those systems, to maintain that humidity level, in which we can ensure that we do not have any mildew or microbial growth in our homes. But the big thing that we all know, we all care for, and we all individuals, whether you're a technician or a homeowner, you want is that correct temperature. And so we can do that by utilizing an air conditioning system to heat or cool the space, right? Some of you may have heard about a heat pump. Well, part of the Department of Energy standards, heat pumps are coming around fast. They're part of the new standards for January 1st that came into effect 5 days ago. There's still a few other systems available out there, but these are going to be appearing to be the majority of what we got. And well, the heat pump actually works in reverse. We said air conditioning is the process of taking heat from where it's not wanted and moving it to a place where it makes little or no difference. So in the cooling mode, what we're having back here, oops, I turned the wrong direction. What we have back here is this indoor air handler is absorbing the heat from the home. When it absorbs the heat out of the air, the supply duct that comes across here blows out cooler air. Well, where is that heat? Well, through those copper lines that you see inside the wall and you see outside the house. Well, they then move over to the outdoor condensing unit. And so this outdoor condensing unit over here rejects the heat that is in the air, that was in the gas, into the outside air. And so by absorbing the heat from in the home, we can reject it outdoors. Well, Paul, you mentioned heat pumps. Well, heat pumps reverse that cycle. And so what happens with the heat pump is we absorb the heat from outdoors, because even if it's cooler outside, 40s, like we see here in South Texas on averages of the 40s, we know it gets cold every now and then, right? We know a couple years ago it got pretty cold. Well, it absorbs the heat that's in the air, and then it takes it and it rejects it indoors. So same concept, but it just flips the process. It's basically like taking your car and going from drive to reverse. You can still get there. You're just going to go backwards. And that's what the heat pump system, in a simple terms, will do. And we know it'll still work because there is still heat. There is still heat energy in our air until we get all the way down to what's called absolute zero. Absolute zero is negative 460 degrees Fahrenheit. So if we ever get that cold, we really need some more jackets. So the heat pump system works in both ways. And we look at the energy demand on it. That's the big thing that we hear about South Texas, right? All the energy overloads and our grid and all that stuff. And well, if you have a electric furnace, an electric heater system, that system will use 2 to 3 times the amount of electricity on average that than your regular air conditioner uses. Well, the heat pump system is a regular air conditioner. We just run it in reverse. So it conserves 2 to 3 times the energy. It's not using as much, right? It's only using the same amount of energy as your normal air conditioner. And so that's a lot of where the Department of Energy is looking at with the move towards these heat pumps as we get there and we come through throughout this next year. We'll have a lot more updates. I'll be around. I'll have some more videos for you guys on Facebook and on our YouTube channel. Just hit the like button or subscribe button so you can get notified of these, and we'll continue on. And so when you become a technician in the industry, you have the opportunity to go out and work for companies. Obviously, they're all companies. These contractors, these companies, well, we can have small companies, small family-owned businesses, all the way up to large commercial corporations and such. And you can work in different markets: the residential market, new construction market, commercial market, and even the industrial market. There's air conditioning technicians. We have many students that have gone out and are actually working out in the refinery plants, working on their process refrigeration systems that they have out there. You can go into the refrigeration market, the restaurant market. When we look at ventilation systems, we look at the walk-in coolers, walk-in freezers, and ice machines. So there's many opportunities to go out there and work for small companies or even large companies. And then the state of Texas, after you've gotten a total of 4 years in the industry, you could then apply with the state of Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation to go out and pass your contractor's exam, get some insurance, and start your own company. But that does take a couple years beyond the education. The education does count for some of that time towards the 4 years, depending upon if you got a certificate or an associate's degree. When we get you out here, if you come on in, if you're interested, we can talk about these one-on-one. But it does take a couple years. Just the program alone does not get you the contractor's license. Through the program here, we'll take a look and we'll understand different blueprints. We'll look at the design specifications, and we'll look at make sure the system is actually working correctly, right? It's not a matter of is the system running. We're going to look at the science behind it. We're going to ensure that the system is operating properly. Was the system installed properly? Are the chemicals in the system set at the correct amount? We can't just put in, if you got a 16-ounce cup, well, we can't put in 20 ounces of fluid. But at the same time, if you have a 16-ounce cup, 8 ounces of fluid is not enough. So we got to take a look at all that. We'll understand and educate everyone on the science behind it and how to set the system with what we know as superheat, subcooling, delta T, approach, different things that we have going on there. We'll be able to understand what's going on, and I'll show you how we break them down in the different courses here in just a second. And so the average earnings for a technician, the average hourly wage when coming through the program, average wage in South Texas area for alumni going and getting a position as a technician or an installer is between $18 to $20 an hour. And some of that will depend on the company you go for, but we do work with many different companies, and over 90% of our graduates do find jobs before graduating the program. Average hourly wage is normally $18 to $20 an hour, and then you can move up as you go from there. And so let's take a look at the Del Mar program, right? So we are here at the Windward campus off of in Corpus Christi, Texas, in case you're joining us live from somewhere else. We offer here at the program, we have 3 different levels. We have the Air Conditioning Applied Technology Level 1 certificate, Air Conditioning Applied Technology Level 2 certificate, and the Air Conditioning Applied Technology Associate of Applied Science degree. And so we can take a look at these. I'm going to click on this one here, the Associates of Applied Science, so we can go through them and I'll show you how they work together. And they're essentially what I consider to be a stackable design, where the Air Conditioning Associate of Applied Science, the first semester is 4 classes. And so you can come in this spring. This classes this spring will start January 17th, which is a Tuesday. Those classes will start, and we offer morning and nights. So our morning classes start at 9 a.m. and run till about 11:50. School is Monday through Thursday, so you get Fridays off. I love Fridays off. Um, then we also offer evening classes. The evening classes start at 5:30 p.m. and they run until 8:20 p.m. I believe. I should have checked my notes. And so 5:30 to 8:20 for the night classes, Monday through Thursday as well. We do work with students. We know many of our students that come at night are working during the daytime. And, we're all here to help you get the education you need to understand an air conditioning system so we can find you a better job, right? So the first semester is kind of, we call it the apprentice semester, where it's the introduction and how the system works, understanding everything. Basic electricity for HVAC, that's that HART 1401. I'm going to see if I can zoom in here, make it better for you. So this HART 1401, basic electricity for air conditioning, this course here, we start looking at, okay, what is electricity? How does electricity work? What is a light bulb? How does a light bulb work? Right? Understanding how to look at electricity in a safe manner, understanding how to use your voltmeters, your ohm meters, your amp meters, understanding how to use all the tools needed to look at the electrical system, understanding the motors, understanding the controls, just seeing what they are and wiring them up and actually seeing how electricity operates, understanding how to read ladder diagrams, understanding how to wire a system, how to measure your voltage, how to measure your ohms and such. Refrigeration principles, HART 1407. That's the next class in there. And that system there is what is nicknamed basic refrigeration, where we start talking about thermodynamics, Boyle's law, Charles' law, Dalton's law, right? And how the different systems work, how the refrigeration system operates, understanding how to check the system, understanding the components of the system. There's 4 major components in an air conditioning system. And I'll give you all those on another video. Just make sure you like us or subscribe, and we'll keep an eye on those. And understanding superheat and subcooling and how they go through there. 1410 is the shop practices class, understanding full use of your tools, understanding safety, understanding how to start doing what's known as brazing. Brazing is similar to welding. It's a lower temperature, and we're using a oxygen and acetylene flame. And so we'll understand how to do brazing, bending, swedging, flaring, right? How to make the copper runs that we need to get the refrigerant to go from the inside unit to the outside unit. And so we'll be able to take a look at all that stuff together and help you get the understanding you need in that situation there. The final class of the first semester is what's called HART 1356. This is an online course. It's an 8-week online course. It's the EPA Recovery Certification Prep. We work directly with some good friends of ours at the ESCO Institute, and we offer these EPA Section 608 certification through them. And so basically with this federal certification, right, you are able to now handle the chemicals, the refrigerants that we use in the system. And so you can then start going out and hooking up and checking refrigerant and things like that. That does not allow you to get a job. I'm sorry, that does not allow you to start a company. That allows you to get a job, right? So this here with the state's registration, just going and registering with the state, you can start looking for a position as a helper at a company within within the area. The second semester here would finish off your level 1 certificate. So 4 more classes. Air conditioning controls, going a step up from basic electricity, understanding the different controls that we have in the system, understanding how the electronics work, the smart thermostats and the dumb thermostats. They're still there, right? Seeing how the different controls open the system, understanding the different safety valves, high pressure switch, low pressure switch, sequencers, start relays, soft starts, right? The GFCI compatible that are going to be coming out soon. We're waiting on the rules on that one from the state of Texas as we battle that with the National Electric Code. 1441 is residential air conditioning. It's a step up from the basic refrigeration where we start looking at a residential system, introducing you to troubleshooting, but not just troubleshooting. We're going to start talking about airflow, how much air flows through the system, how the airflow affects the system, ensuring that your airflows are correct. We start talking about static pressures. We can take the delta T readings. We take the static pressure readings, and we can go through the whole system, calculate the CF film, calculate the cubic feet per minute for the airflow, and do a little math formula and see, is the air conditioning actually producing the amount of cooling it's required to produce? And so we'll be able to take a look at that together. Next class is gas and electric heat. Well, South Texas, we do use it, not as often as the northern climates, but we're going to dig into the gas furnaces, we're going to dig into the electric heaters, and we're going to look at those heat pumps that I was telling you about earlier. Part 2338, that's the install startup class. That is a very important class that we've got. It's our capstone class through the state of Texas. This one here is a very hands-on class where we take everything we've learned and you actually can go install a system, fire it up, test it, make sure it's working the way it's designed to do, make sure it's working quality control based on how you installed it, all right? Those 2 semesters there would complete the level 1 certificate. So in just 2 semesters, so that would be 32 weeks, 32 weeks of education, you can come in and get your level 1 certificate in air conditioning. And so with your EPA section 608 and then your introduction to troubleshooting the residential systems and understanding residential systems, you can start looking at the companies that offer residential work and start applying for assistant technician and even technician positions. Right? Now, the 3rd semester is 1 more semester, 16 more weeks will get you a level 2 certificate in air conditioning. Here we have commercial air conditioning, which focuses on the larger systems, package units, gives you an introduction to chill water systems, heat exchange devices and stuff. 2442 is commercial refrigeration. I mentioned to you guys at the beginning about the low temperature. Well, this here we start looking at ice machines, walk-in coolers, walk-in freezers. System design. This is a big one with the Department of Energy and such that we're making some adjustments on. But we start looking at what's called manual J, S, T, D, and B, right? So you can't just go and throw a system in a home. We got to be actually go out, look at the home, analyze the home, assess the home, and then put the correct system into play and design it and install it correctly. And so that's where these different manuals that we talk about, and that's where system design plays its part. Testing, adjusting, and balancing, Hart 2458. Well, that's pretty close to what it says. It's a lot of focus on airflow. It's a lot of focus on the energy usage of the system and basically making sure that a residential and commercial system is doing what it's supposed to be doing. I can go and say I fixed it, but with testing and balancing, I can prove it. And so that's what we're going to be looking at with that system. So that 3rd semester will complete your level 2 certificate. For those that would like to go even higher up, would like to have that associate's degree in your resume, possibly even considering a management position within the air conditioning industry, the associate's degree is just 5 more classes of what's considered your general education courses, which English, math, science, communication, and a history or an art, right? So four semesters, you can get an associate's in applied science and 2 college certificates. And so we take a look at a lot of that as we go. So we talked about spring is just around the corner. Well, we're coming up. January 17th is when classes start. January 11th at 6:30 p.m., tuition is due. So let's take a look and see what we got going on. So my team will be out here Saturday. That's this Saturday on the Windward campus, 410. I got to double check. Is it 4101 or 4104? 4101. Sorry, brain fart. 4101 Old Brownsville Road. That's the Old Brownsville and Airport Road at the Del Mar College Windward campus. Saturday, this Saturday, January 7th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., we will have a team of other instructors and administration personnel, registrar's office, financial aid office, the student enrollment center. All of those folks will be out here Saturday, January 7th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so we can help you get registered and start getting the education that you need to find you a career, jumpstart your career in air conditioning technology program, right? If you, for some reason, cannot make it out here Saturday from 10 to 2, my team will be back Tuesday, January 10th and Wednesday, January 11th, 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. What happens there is you come out to the Windward campus. You can ask anybody, hey, where's air conditioning? They'll point you to the air conditioning building, right? Or you can go to what's called the Coles building, the Coleman building, sorry. Coles is at the other campus. The Coleman building, and that's where the registrar and enrollment offices are, where they can start that paperwork there. But come on by the air conditioning building. We can show you around. We can answer your questions, right? So this Saturday, January the 7th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then again, Tuesday, January 10th, and Wednesday, January 11th, right? We're here to answer your questions. We're here to help you jumpstart your career in air conditioning. Hopefully this little bit of information about what an air conditioning system is, an air conditioning job, and our curriculum, we can be friends, right? Hopefully you can come on out and we can get everything put together. This Saturday, January 7th, from 10 a.m. to 2, or next week, Tuesday, January 10th, and Wednesday, January 11th, 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., my team will be here on campus, on the West Campus, on the Windward campus, so that we can go ahead and help everybody out. If for some reason you cannot make it here on campus, shoot me an email, give me a shout. Again, we're at the Del Mar College Windward campus here on Old Brownsville and Airport Road, Corpus Christi, Texas, in case somebody's far away. My name is Paul Creasy. I'm an instructor and program coordinator for air conditioning technology and building maintenance technology. 698-1720 is my direct number, or shoot me an email, pcreasy@delmar.edu. Thank you for taking a look. Hopefully this little bit can help to you understand what our system is about, what our education is. Hopefully we can chat. If I can't see you January 7th, 10th, or 11th, like I said, give me a shout, call my phone, shoot me an email. We're going to help you find a career that works for you. Thank you so much.